So, basically they're going into further that, the whole truth of the fact that this woman is a so-called detective and a researcher. She goes and she looks through whatever records because problem was we didn't keep very good records. They weren't kept very good, for us. However, you know, there's a lot of record keeping when it comes to what we were paid for, what we were bought for, as far as, you know, what in slavery in the initial our forefathers. They kept a lot of books of that, how much certain child, certain woman, a strong buck, on those things. So, based on all that, this is a real good documentary. They can start go on. I'll play a little bit more. It's ready. Oh no, we're not gonna do it with that. Let's just say. So yeah, in it more, they're talking more about
Antoinette's very first case was May Louise Miller, a woman who was held as a slave with her entire family in Mississippi until 1961.
Wait, did you hear that? They said that they was held, a woman that was held with her whole family since 1961. This woman right here, 1961. Okay, not only is that my in the generation of my grandmother, but that's in the generation of my mama. All right, being born by then. And I actually remember seeing pictures of them in, rural, the country, looking like it was modern day slavery. I was like in olden times, mama, right? This man right here, click on it.
He passed away in 2014. Antoinette took us to see one of her brothers, Arthur Miller.
So anyway, go on further and further with this documentary. Brothers could look at it themselves. But let's get into some scriptures. But gonna let you know what's going on with this. Not to if y'all brothers ain't seen it, he starts going on speaking about literally seeing his I believe his daddy and his uncle or several uncles, definitely friends, be castrated, then lynched right in front of him. Man, this ain't some. You see the date of this published, February 2027, 2018. This is modern days, so these are people that have actually been, subject to this. And let me tell you something. When I was younger, I met people that they did have tattoos. All right, issuing them a number supposedly in Auschwitz in Germany. But let me tell you something. Ain't nothing happened to them. They were like, oh, we were ushered in. Man, a lot of those people was living like filthy rats. They was living like dogs. All right. And this man right here goes on and he says that he's seen his his family lynched. He said if you leave, they have somebody to come get you. If you leave, this is not this is at a time where you could probably try to leave and get to somewhere where it was so-called a few black-owned businesses, or maybe a few families in certain towns where you could get to and be like, it ain't safe up, but these crackers up this way, I got, and if you left, so Kanye West, you goddamn demon, all right, you should be ashamed of yourself because you could not leave if you wanted to. You couldn't leave, all right? They said he raped his mama. So look, it goes on. The story gets even wilder, man. But it don't stop there, man. It don't really even stop there. The ridiculousness. I gotta to let you see this one Jake, man. This one Jake, and this for edification at this point because it gets into this documentary of just basically how, and you know how we can find the truth in a lot of different things. So we look at different things, and there's a man who lives on property of former slaves to this day as a Jake. He still lives there, all right? And dude ain't going no place. You see this Jake Abarataza, Lord willing, if you know I get this to play. But anyway, there's a Jake who lives on some property, all right, and he's been living there for a long time, and you know that is a place where he's comfortable, and that's what happened where sharecropping. They did a very interesting thing where they tried Esau being cunning, and they say, hey, listen, you know, you ain't got nowhere. Who else know you like we do? Who else been good to you? Yeah, you know, but we were just, that was law. It was legal to have y'all like that. Now that we ain't about that life no more, then, you know, we prepare to offer you, you know, whatever. And they tried, and they not trying, they successfully ran game on them. All right? So have people thinking that, well, that's the best way. All right? That's the best. If you can't beat them, join them. This America already had been built by us. We ain't running it, so we might as well join forces with the people who, you know, who seem to be getting forward with it. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. It says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor." When you see woe, means destruction. All right. Get prepared for actual destruction. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth that bottle to him and making him drunk also. Thou mayest look unto their nakedness. And that's what happened, man. The heathen, pagan, all right, Esau, in his Babylonian captivity, gave us all type of things for us to drink and for us to accept as gospel, so to speak. All right, the ways, the laws, the means of going further and further in financial debt, where you have to own property. If you're a landowner, if you're a college graduate, if you got a good city job, oh, that boy got a good city job. You know, they've fed these things to us to make us feel that you've made it. And look how far we've come. Our ancestors, you know. But let me tell you something. And even got that shows right there. It's not even the ancestors, man. It's these people, all right, who live, who actually, literally. Okay, I'm not sure what happened with this internet, but that's cool. That's Satan. But anyway, though, hey. That's all right. I got some of these scriptures on there anyway. So, hey, listen. So, yeah, woe to him to give his neighbor's drink, that putteth that bottle to him, and then further into that, it starts speaking about this man. So the Jake is living on the property, and this man is sitting there, and he was Esau, Edomite, and they go to the house, and he said, yeah. We understand this man, you know, who's been working for you, and he goes back, you know, as far as his family. What did they do for you, you know? And that Edomite was like, oh, they were just good friends of the family. They might have did some work, and we treated them just, you know, just as good. And I would have killed for them, and I'll kill for this dude, you know, just being a liar, as if they doing you a favor, and for you to just forget all about it. Right? This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. It says, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So Edomites and the people of this, they picked up the word, and they literally had it in their hearts, where they said, Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn to the God of this Bible. For one, everything that I've seen points to the aspect of that Jesus looks like me, God looks like me. I could get behind that. No way you think they'd be able to get behind the true actual image of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So it was perfect for them to jump in and then all of a sudden act as pompous, self-righteous. We're good family, God-fearing. We don't do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't have had those rules and regulations if it wasn't for our scriptures. But at the same time, it wasn't, for us sinning and being disobedient, then we would have lost that, But it came back to us, through the Spirit after we drank of this cup. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, man, it's a trip. There's a lot to go into it. Juneteenth, a lot of people celebrating. When I was in the world, hey, that was literally my so-called birthday. So anywhere I went, that time was a party going on, especially for people that look like me, right? Celebrating emancipation. But what are we free of? What are we really celebrating? What nothing changed. That's really what the whole purpose of this holiday is, that nothing changed. Because when slavery was abolished, why did they have to tell people all over again? Why do they have to make publications and trips and civil rights marches and awareness rallies to tell people in the United States that it is illegal for you to be held a slave? But they just figured out another way to do it. So all right, hope y'all brothers been edified. Hey man, go check out that documentary, man. It's a slavery detective. It's only, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. All right. So with that, I want to say shalom.